Yeah. Wait, where's Kaiser? I invited him already. Are you in the lobby? Yeah, you are. Okay. Cyril's not gonna be in the lobby. He isn't for me. Not to my knowledge. Fabian, yeah. Oh, John. Wait, John just joined. Wait, I think I can invite him. Oh, okay, Lemas is online too. Okay, good. Yes, there we go. Now we have 12 people. That's better. That'll be awesome. No, when John joins, we'll have 12. Where you want Flex is here? Where is? Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you? Why don't you want to race? Yes, sir. Now we have 12 people. We're waiting for John, and then we can start. Cyril, I don't know if Cyril wants to race. Okay, cool. What about Cyril? Is he racing? Yeah, cause someone invite Red Train, I don't know what his that is. The big train man or the red train man? Hi Fabian. Yeah. Wait, what? Sorry, guys. Oh, there we go. I see it. The big. Yeah, I've set the stream. You may as well get one now while you have the time. Oh shit. This track is horrible in the right on this game specifically. There's no traction. Ethan, oh man, it's time. Yeah, you're right. Let's do this. NPL final race of the fucking season. Yay! Hi Fabian, welcome to the stream, everybody. There we go. I invited Big Train Man. If he wants to be a reserve, he can be. Cause why not? Yeah. You have 14 people then. I don't know. I don't know who the fuck Tomo is, but they're in our server. Oh, they are racing as a Sauber reserve. Cool. Right, everyone ready up. First time we've had a Sauber reserve driver, that's crazy. And also the first time I've had a Swedish driver, I think. Can't believe how international this has become. We've literally gotten like people from America, Canada, India, Mexico, fucking UK, the Netherlands, Turkey, Sweden, South Africa. Like, what the fuck? I think Grosjean's cooking. Actually, Grosjean wins. When you see the LMP2 crash you're on about, Dan. Is he not already in the session? Yeah, he is. Yeah. Wait. Dan, you said there was a head-on collision in Imsa. I can't find it. Oh my god, I didn't see it. Is there a replay of it? Wait, where's IndyCar now? Are they at Road America? I love that track. I wish it was grade 1. Alright, thank you. Anyway, welcome to NPL Season 10 Race 14. We have a potentially wet qualifying session, we'll see, but apparently it's not wet and the drivers are overreacting. This is the final race of the season. We have 14 drivers, pretty healthy amount, driving here today at Brazil for the final race of the season. We've got our main contenders for the race win today. We have Tice, we have Eliza, we have Fabian, and we have Dervas, previous race winners of the season, and John as well. So, anything can happen here. So, a lot of drivers haven't got setups and are very unprepared for this race, so we should see some interesting, maybe a shaker with the order in qualifying and the race here today. Time will tell. Let's have a look at TS Imsa crash. Oh, Jesus! That was a big crash, yeah. Anyway, first on the track as ever is the V-Carbs. We'll get some data up on the stream now. There we go. Olemas on his outlet. Oh, John has spun, and he's doing donuts to celebrate his second place in the championship that he has now confirmed. And also because it's far race. Rain could be imminent, is what Kaiser believes. And the only driver here making their debut, the 27th driver here in NPL this season, we have the big train man who of course commentated the race yesterday in Jeddah when I was absent and did a good job of it from what I saw. And Yeet Boy has been disqualified from qualifying and will start 14th. And Yeet Boy John with his worst performance ever. Hello Mouse, is it the first lap of the session? People really need to start using overtake button. We have Eliza and Dervas on medium tyres, no one else seems to have opted for them, everyone else on softs. We have seen Badamine Bada has made a return to NPL last race in Jeddah and got a career best 4th place after retiring in his first 2 races. Has finally managed to get some form here today, looking to continue his momentum. Hello Massa, the middle sector of this lap is now currently the first driver to be on a hot lap. Fabian on his out lap just in front of us on the track, and you can see Dan and the big train man, of course, trying to get by each other. Of course, the first Swedish driver in NPL, I do believe, is the big train man, the Kicksabel reserve driver here for today, in his first and potentially only race in NPL. Purple middle sector, of course, here for Lomas, as he's the first driver to try and set a time. Kaiser there potentially being a little bit blocked by Dan apparently, but I think it's all fine. Lomas across the line, 1 minute 9.6 for Aloma's first lap of the session. A banker lap for him. Here we see Fabian out on his first lap. Didn't get a purple first sector actually. That's gone to someone else. Might have been better now, setting a lap. Looking very nice and connected through the final corner there. Really likes to leave his gear shifts late to get the high RPM, which is never a bad thing on the straight. Let's see what he can do as he crosses the line. 1 minute 13.5 for the Kicksabel driver of Big Train on his debut. 1 minute 20.9, that looked pretty good in the last sector. I think he made a mistake though on his lap, and Graham Crackers goes second with a 110.0. Kaiser just beats out with a 19.9. Graham Crackers with the purple last sector used all of his battery there at the end of the lap, as you could tell from the ERS figures at the end of his lap. Dervas goes fastest on the medium tyre. That's a great lap there from the Mercedes driver. He's looking to be a contender for the win and for pole position. And there goes Fabian, 1 minute 8.6 on the soft tyre, but only 2 tenths ahead of the medium tyre Dervas. What a lap from him in the Mercedes. He looks to be a contender for pole position here today in the Mercedes car. We'll have to look what Eliza can do as you set the purple first sector by about a tenth. And Elizak looking to come around and set a time course now. Tice is not on the track either, this crazy gruff man. But Elizak now heading through the middle sector. Looks like a good lap from what I can tell. Good traction out of these corners. We're going to watch the rest of his lap. Falaxis is on a lap 2. He's currently in the middle sector. I didn't see what his first sector time was. Oh yeah, Falaxis has a Mercedes going off, apparently. I think that is Kaiser. He's just letting cars pass. His teammates going past. Here comes Elizak now on a lap. And behind that you can see, I think that's a V-carb of... sorry, that's not a Limos. That's a Red Bull actually, Falaxis there, with the Williams of Fabian. Alexis continuing on now. And Eliza goes faster, so the 1 minute is 7.8 on the medium tyre. That's a great lap from him. So it looks like... So Eliza there has a lot more time to give, it looks like. 1 minute 6 is plausible in this session on soft tyres, I reckon. And Tice, we'll have to see what he can do in the session. You are 8 tenths ahead of Fabian in second. I'll track this short, that is a huge gap, so it's going to be some work. I think Tice will be a good contender here potentially to usurp that time, but we will see. Tice always seems to like leaving it quite late when he does laps. The midfielder looks really competitive. We have Dan there just behind Dervas in 4th place in 1 minute 9.0. You have Flaxon on 19.5. Alemas also on that lap. We have Kaiser with 19.9. 1:10.0 for Graham Crackers in 8th place. Night this day the GOAT with a 1 minute 10.1. Might have been better in the top 10 with a 1 minute 10.2. And then 1:12.6 for the Big Tremor. He set a second lap just now and has improved about a second on his previous lap. He was 9 tenths up from his 1:13.5 that he started the session with. And now Tice still in the garage. And here is Crazy Gruffman. He's the only person here. It looks like he's going to set a lap, unless we have someone else. Kaiser crosses the line and it has not improved. He's lost 2 tenths on his lap. Alexis is, I think, going to pit himself. Fabian, what's he going to do? He's on a lap and he improves by about 1.5 tenths on the soft tyre on a used set. So Fabian with a decent lap. Let's watch Crazy Gruffman here. Drag's trying to set a time to get himself on the board. He's coming from his career best 10th place. Sorry, 5th place for Ferrari last time, which gave him 10 points, that's why I got confused. Using overtake down that straight. Oh shit. Oh, fuck's sake. I'm sorry, guys. I fucking thought I didn't forget anything, but I did. You just use a setup that works for you, Tice. You can still get top 3 with a race setup. Yeah, Danda, yeah, he's 4th, so yeah, you're fine. I could have sworn I turned it off. Oh well. Yeah, real. There's so much shit to look at. I swear I should default to having part for it off. Anyway, 1 minute 10.0, great lap there from Crazy Gruffman. Puts him nicely in 9th place between Day the Goat and Graham Crackers. That's a very tight midfield from about 7th down to 11th. They're very close together. Only separated by 3 tenths across 5 cars. He hasn't set a lap yet. Ty's yet to set a lap. The only person yet to set a lap besides, of course, Eat Boy, who got disqualified for driving the wrong way in qualifying. Big one? Was it a big crash? Oh shit. Welcome to the stream, everybody. This is the final race of the season. Dervas on board with him now as he's on a lap. He's up. He's got a purple middle sector here on the soft tyre. This is Dervas' first lap on the softs. He could very well get into the 1 minute 7s of the slab. Let's have a look. I don't think he'll quite get fastest, but he's going to be pretty close. 1 minute 8.6. He's just a 10th off of Fabian. He did not save enough battery for the final sector. I think he used too much on the first straight, and that's cost him dearly here in qualifying. That is where you want to use all your batteries on that final straight so that you can have a great final sector. And given how fast he was in the middle sector, all he needs to do is focus on not using too much battery in the first sector, and he could be in contention to get pole position maybe. It's just all about battery management and getting nice tight lines. Of course, Dervas is a controller player, one of the faster controller players in this league. Definitely the fastest one this season, I'd say, along with Ethan. who've both shown great pace throughout the season. And yeah, he races in cockpit view, which is incredibly impressive. To think what he could do with T-count, it would help him a lot to use it, because he'd be better at racecraft and also at driving, I think, because it is a superior camera angle for driving. Yep, that's Ty's finally setting his first lap. Let's have a look what he can do. He's used a lot of battery in the first sector, which is a mistake a lot of drivers have made so far this session. Struggling for grip there and for turning is Tice, but he seems pretty alright, in fairness, as he comes through the middle sector. Yeah, flags McLaren looking out the way. Oh no! And Dervas has a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Day the Goat, and that's terrible news for him, and he was in contention for a top 3 in qualifying, has now ruined his chances. Purple middle sector for Tice, with a race setup. Oh, for Lexus, I think that was. Also, no, Bader goes 5th! What a lap with a 1 minute 9.3. He's shown really great pace here so far this session. And Bader with great form here in this end of the season. Like, Tice goes 5th! Only a 10th faster than Bader and 2/10. So, yeah, 2/10 off Dan, and he is a massive 1.4 seconds off pole position. Yeah, don't do that, Tice. You gotta not use any in the first sector and then use all of it on the last straight. Alexis ahead of Tice with a 1 minute 9.1. Great lap from him. Is there a Mercedes on a lap here? Is that, oh, Kaiser, no, he was 2/10 up in the first sector and he spins out. Oh, he had plenty of battery to use as well. So a great potential lap there from Kaiser, would have got him well into the midfield. Here's Crazy Gruffman now in 11th place in the Ferrari. On his out lap with Day the Goat, he's currently on a lap. Again, using too much battery in the first sector. These people really need to think about the ERS figures in these laps. He's 4 seconds off the pace, so I don't think he's on a flyer. See what he can do here on his lap. He is currently 2.3 seconds off pole position, so he's going to have to find about 2 seconds in the last sector if he wants to get a competitive time. And yeah, he comes back into the pit lane. The big train man, is he going to improve on his lap? I don't think he is. He's lost a lot of time on this lap. I think he made a mistake. He gets a 1:15.6, so he's not looking very comfortable here in his debut, but it is his first race, so let's cut him some slack. Ground Cracker's on his out lap now. I think Alpine could see a really good performance here, as the low mouse is now getting a tow from the Mercedes in front. Is that Kaiser or is that Dervas? They're side by side coming up to the line, and Kaiser overtaken. And a low mouse moves out the way, and Kaiser starts to fly out, and he's gone off already in turn 1. It's a shame there for Kaiser. Unfortunate there from Kaiser. Yeah, flags. It's just a V-car, I think that was, that just went past. Let's see what Elon Musk can do. He's not using any battery. It's because he's not on a lap anymore. He did not improve. Yeah, he didn't improve on his previous attempt. He lost some time there. Oh, and Dan has spun around on a corner, but it's very easy to spin in fairness. On the inside with the curb that's there. Yeah. Real. A low mouse heading down the straight now in the middle sector. Do the long left-hander downhill into the final corner before the lap ends. What can a low mouse do? He's obviously coming into the pit lane. Kaiser also looking to finally get a lap set. He's had potential to do well. He's on 1 lap old softs. Dan has spun off again. I think he hit the wall. He was on purpose. He did hit the wall, but Dervas improving a lot in the first sector, but I think he used too much battery once again. He just really needs to stop doing that, because it's not the place where you gain the most time. It's all about having an even distribution of time between the first sector. He's went very deep there in the middle sector into that corner. That's going to cost him a few tenths. Into right-hander, pretty tight line he takes through there. He's going to struggle for traction though, and he actually gets great traction off the corner. And that should be a decent lap. He's using overtake trying to make up for lost time, but I think that's going to cost him on the final straight. He's 700ths up, so he's going to have to hope he has a really good corner here to improve his lap time and get ahead of Fabian, which is plausible at this point. You have to burn all the battery down the rest of the straight. No, he doesn't. He comes into the pit lane. On a lap where he was improving, he realises he can't improve and comes in on his fresh soft tyres with 4 minutes to go in the session. He's going to pit now, and as an Alpine that's gone off. It's Bader who's gone off the track. Was he on a lap? I think he may have been. I think he spun off, or he was trying to let his teammate pass. Graham Cracker's going down 1.8 seconds down on his best lap through the first sector. Yeah. Our Lomas goes into 5th place for VCarb, just behind Dan, only 600ths away. This is a very competitive qualifying session here, where the top 10 cars, sorry, the top 12, 11 cars I should say, are 1 minute 9 or lower. Wait, what? Who needs an invite? Who's that? Who's saying that? Oh, good. Are you online? I can't see your name online. Yeah, you can still join. Oh, and Dan has gone off. I invited Cyril, but he says he's offline, so I don't know what's going on with that. Dan has damage on the front wing. I missed that. Oh, Badder's retired from the session. I think he crashed on the straight. He did. He crashed as Phylexis goes past. Dan is upside down, apparently. We're going to have to look at Graham Crackers to see his car. Yeah, the purple first sector. What a first sector from Graham Crackers. But he's going to come across Dan's upside down car. Dan flipped over. I missed that, unfortunately, but that was a huge accident for Dan, and now he's out of the session. Here comes Kaiser now to start a lap. He's got a car in front though. That is Red Trainman. He might impede him here. He does go by. I invited you, Cyril. I don't know what's. Yeah. Wait, you're on a different account? Ah. Yeah, can you invite him instead? Because I can't. Fabian has crashed. I think that's his session over. He's on his outlap. I don't know what he's doing. He's not going to have time now to do a lap. He's got his outlap. He's got the Sab on the inside. Fabian has no front wing because he went straight on at turn 4 and is now just driving around. He's not going to have a chance to get pole position anymore. For some reason he decided to crash. Maybe there was an issue with his pedals or something. Why on earth is Crazy Gruffman on the medium tyre at the end of Q1? Yeah, that makes sense. You can see Fabian's crashed car there on the outside. Kaiser's retired from the session now. Many drivers retiring from the session, believing that they can't improve. Yeah, the GOAT is going to have no time to come on the track here. I think he just pitted. I think his session's over. Dervas, what can he do? Is he on a lap? He is. It's a purple middle sector for Dervas. Is he on the cars to get pole position here? This could be. He's saved more battery for the final sector too, so this could actually be pole position here for Dervas as he heads up the hill. Across the line, what's it going to be for Dervas? Will he get a provisional pole off of Elizik? He doesn't. Misses out by 3/10, but that was a really good lap there from Dervas into second. One of his best qualifying performances, and Elizik has spun off. Is this the chance for Tice to get a pole position? Here he comes down the straight. Dervas retires from the session from 2nd place. Tice has the chance to get pole position here if he can cook up a good lap at the very end of the session. This is something that Tice is good at. He has 40 pole positions. Alomas retires from the session, which means it's just Tice, Crazy Gruffman, and Elizik here. But it's an improvement in the first sector for Tice. A little bit of a wiggle on the inside curve through turn 4. Heading off the corner now. Saving battery for the final sector as much as he can. Battery burns fast at Brazil, so it's all about ERS saving through this middle sector. Remember, the time to beat is 1 minute 7.8. Eliza did not improve on his second time, so he only managed to do one banker lap, and that's all he's managed. So if Tice can't beat it, I think that's going to be it. He goes in a little bit deep through there. And it's over half a second up. So he's in the 1 minute 8, well into it. He's got loads of battery to burn here across the straight. This is going to be a really good lap for Tice. As he comes up towards the line, what's it going to be? Can he steal pole position from Eliza for the first time since Silverstone? It's close, but no, it's not enough. And he goes third with a 1 minute 8.531. 200th off of Fabian. Eliza gets pole after a banker lap. It's the 9th pole of the season for Eliza in a very, very impressive season he's had. Eliza gets pole position on the medium tyre. That is crazy. He used medium tyres and he still beat you by 6 tenths. So 9 pole positions for Eliza this season. Tice only got 1 in the whole season. Yeah, he doesn't have a race. His only pole position this season came at Silverstone in Eliza's debut, where Eliza took the lead from the first corner and never looked back, or to get his first career win on debut. The first driver to do so since Max in the very first race in NPL history. And also Jackson actually in season 5. Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh Dan, you find so much satisfaction in correcting me. It's kind of sad. Anyway, let's do this. So, in the final race of the season, who will be victorious here today? We have Isaac and Dervas on the front row. The best qualifying performance ever for Dervas in NPL history for second place. 3 people watching the stream. Let's have a look. This is the final race of season 10, the final race on F1 24 for NPL. Let's have a look who wins it today. We're about to get going. Prepare yourselves, and it's formation lap, of course, to start off with. I forgot that Dervas has a 5-place grid penalty for the incident with Day the Goat, so he'll actually be starting 7th with Tice on the front row and Fabian in 3rd place. Cyril, oh man, I don't know why my invite didn't work. Did you not invite him, Dan? Oh man. That's a shame for Cyril in the final race of the season. There's disqualification here for the Big Man Train. Oh, sorry, the Big Train Man, not Big Man Train. And Kaiser, who has gone back to the grid. I think Tice has a great chance to win today. He's always been strong at Brazil. He's starting on the medium tyre. Elijah's starting on soft. That's going to be a very difficult and aggressive strategy to pull off. But we saw him make it work in Jeddah, where he used the soft tyres to pull away from the field. I want to see some beautiful angles of crashes. Well, I'm going to look at what are the closest battles on track as much as I can. Of course, I can't see every battle that's going on at all times. If I see Tyson and Eliza battling at the front, I'm going to go on the offboard so you can get a good angle of them crashing into the first corner. Yeah. No, you're right. I do need to use it more. Here we go. So the grid for the race is Eliza Paul Tice starting in 2nd place. Dice, don't break your tyres up. There's Fabian starting in 3rd place, Dan starting 4th, Alomas in 5th, Falaxis in 6th, 7th for Dervas, who got a 5-place grid penalty qualified. Badder with a great performance in qualifying for 8th place ahead of his teammate Graham Crackers in 9th, Crazy Gruffman in 10th, Kaiser in 11th place. Yep, the big train man in 12th on debut. Yeetboy John is in 13th, and Day the Goat with his grid penalty will be starting from last place on the grid. DRS is disabled as the lights come on in front of the drivers for the final race of NPL Season 10. Here we go. I said disable, bro. Anyway, lights out, away we go, and here we go. Can Tice get alongside him? No, we can't. Fabian got a decent start. Into the first corner. Cars going all over the place here at the back of the field. Down the inside is side by side between Dervas and Falaxis in the midfield. Contact. Dervas almost went off the track there, and there is a crash. Huge accident. Oh, a big spin there for the Alpine. That was bada bing bada right in the middle of the pack. How on earth was that not a bigger crash? That looked terrifying. But it is. Eliza Custoli is with Tice in 2nd place. Let's have a look at the position changes. 6 places up on the grid. What a start for the big train man. He's got up 6 places already on the first lap. Up to 6th position after starting 12th. Dan's gone down 3 places. Dervas has gone down 1 place. And I think he doesn't have damage. I thought he did for a second. As he heads through the corners now. That was a crazy start. Badder and Badder go down 6 places at the start of the race. Side by side between Dan and the big train man. He's on the inside curve. Dan goes around the outside. Will he get that move to stick? He does, round the outside, great move from Dan, and now we have the top 4 congested together with the low mouses in this lead fight. Eliza is now under threat from Tice as he comes off the corner, heading down the straight. He's going to go alongside, he does pull alongside, and he does get the lead off of Eliza heading into turn 1. Fabian is now in 3rd place, right next to him. Tice gets the fastest lap to start the race off. Eliza goes down the inside on the soft tyre, retakes the lead into turn 1. That was a nice move from Eliza, and now Tice right behind him going through the corner with Fabian in 3rd place, trying to go stay near with him. And look at it, literally pushing him through the corners. Oh, he's spinning in the back of the field for Kaiser. That's a shame. He's in the barrier. Could that be a safety car? It is a virtual safety car, and that's good for Badder as he pits himself. And Eliza managed to defend off Tice right before the VSC came out. Unless there's an accident under the safety car. Dan has lost a few places. What is going on? A complete chaos in the midfield. Cars all over the track. And Dan has... Dan has apparently hit the wall. Oh, and he crashes! Oh, he fully crashed. That was a big impact. Under the safety car, Dan hits the barrier. And New Boy John gets a 10-second time penalty for a collision with the big train man. He's got damage on the front wing. I can't believe it. This chaos in the first few laps. We never see this kind of race at Brazil. We rarely see chaos in Brazil, unless it was the Season 1 sprint race or Season 4 sprint race. DRS enabled as the cars go back going again. Tice is right behind Elizik now, in the battle for second place, with Fabian just behind him. Lomas is putting him under pressure, side by side for third place. Here comes Tice, on Elizik on the outside line. Meanwhile, on the back of the field, the big train man has lost a few places here on the outside of the track, and Tice takes the lead of the race away from Elizik. Lomas is in third, almost spun off the corner. Here comes Falaxis now into the lead fight. Crazy Gruffman is just behind. There's complete chaos in this midfield fight. Groundcrackers gets ahead of the big train man now, in a contact! He almost spun around, he didn't quite. Crazy Gruffman closing in on the race leaders, and there is Eliza back down the inside of Tice. Tice gets the switch back though, and he's going to get the inside, the preferred line through here. But the momentum swings to Elizik, and he's got the inside for the next corner. Meanwhile, Fabian on the outside of Lomas now. It's 4 cars under a blanket here in the battle for the race lead. Despite being so close together, they're both in separate battles for first and third. And there's a big train former here behind Dervas in 7th place. Crazy Gruffman's actually broken away from this pack and is in 6th place at the moment. Falaxis just inside DRS range of Lomas in 4th position. He's gone up a place since the start of the race. Dan has gone way down to 12th, having a terrible start with the damage he got, and this is another unlucky race for Dan. Here comes Tice on the back of Elizik. Oh! Elizik, did he just brake check him or what? That was a very strange incident at the final corner. It was just trying to get... Yeah, bad exit there. And you got DRS as well to Tice. Here comes Fabian now for the position, and Fabian gets the fastest lap of the race. Will he go for a dive bomb on Tice? No, but Elizik will. On Fabian. Contact between them. And Fabian goes down across the inside. Elizik rejoins. They're side by side off the corner. This could give Tice encouragement to pull away. But here comes Fabian now with the DRS. But Elizik has it too, so he can defend with it. But he's got no battery left in that Aston Martin. The current driver's champion, of course, he won the championship yesterday in Jeddah, and is now NPL champion, the first new champion since, ever, after me and Tice. Of course, me and Tice have won every single season of the championship. And meanwhile, Dan has gone past the big trainman and Kaiser, who've both pitted now because they had damage. The big trainman did not repair his front wing damage, and the closest fight on track now is between a Lone Mouse and Fabian in third, and also the battle for the lead between Elizik and Tice, which looks pretty close here. The soft tyres will not be favourable here as the stint moves on for Elizik, but Tice looking pretty good on the mediums here. The race setup doing wonders for Tice here in the race. But Dan in 10th place has gone down to 6 places. 5 places up for Day the Goat. Great race for him so far. Crazy Gruffman's gone up 4 places. He's now in a position of 6. There goes Elizik down the inside. No, he doesn't go for it. He wanted the DRS. He's going to get the DRS section now. Will he get past Tice heading down into turn 4? Will it be like a bit of an incident such as we've got a battle on the back of the field here. Badabing Bada is right behind the big train man in the Alpine. We'll see that battle on the straight if we can. And Elizik is still behind Tice. It is now biding his time. Fabian though still in DRS range. Lomas is slowly starting to fall off of this lead pack, and so is Falaxis as they start to pick up the pace in the top 3. Fabian won here in season 4. It must be mentioned, when he and Tice had a great battle for the lead for the whole race. One of the best races we've seen. Meanwhile, let's have a look at this battle between Badabing Bada and the big train man for 11th place. Down the inside he goes into turn 1. Badabing Bada gets to move to stick on the inside, but can the big train man hang around the outside? Yes, he does with his front wing damage. They're side by side off the corner, and it's still side by side as they come through turn 3. Badabing Bada on the inside, they're side by side off the corner. He's got the DRS, of course. Badabing Bada having a very unlucky start with a huge accident, potentially. Well, it was almost a big accident. They just managed to avoid it. There is a random beeping sound. I can't understand where that's from. Meanwhile, Eliza got a huge run on Tice. Goes clean around the outside. He's not even using any battery. Fabian sets another fastest lap with a 1 minute 10.6. Fabian looks really fast here in the Williams. He could be a contender to win this race. But it's Eliza on the soft tyre leading the way from Fabian in 2nd. Tice now in 3rd place. Lomas is now going to be in a battle with Falaxis for 4th. He's got DRS now on the V-Carb driver. Meanwhile, his teammate E-Boy John is in last place. I'm not sure how that's happened. I think it's because he served his 10-second time penalty for the incident he had with the big train man. But that lead fight is so close. And we need to keep an eye on it because it's the only battle on track at the moment that's really close besides Alexis and Lomas for 4th place. So it's good to see the front of the field being the centre of attention. But looking down the order, we've seen Crazy Gruffman in 6th place, Dervas staying where he started in 7th after a good penalty. Graham is just behind in 8th. Day the Goat quite a bit back in 9th place. Dan in 10th. Bada Bada in 11th. 12th place with Big Train Man. Kaiser's in 13th place and Yeetboy John in last. But he's about to overtake Kaiser potentially as he's now gotten within DRS range of him. Here we go, the top 3 under a blanket here. Just over a second between the top 3. Yellow flags. Oh, there's an Alpine that spun, I think. It's Graham Crackers. He spun around in the middle sector, and that's going to give a chance for Day the Goat maybe to get past as he's heating the tyres back up. Of course, it's Surface and Carcass here today, I believe. And Elizac just managing to fend off Fabian. I think he might be under threat though as he comes out of here. Here comes Fabian down the straight. He's going to have a chance to make a move on the inside or the outside. He's going to go to the outside. Side by side now for the lead of the race between Fabian and Elizac. Around the outside he goes. He gets it to stick. In the DRS, nicely from him, and then he goes wide as Elizac. Here comes Tice down the inside with the purple first sector. He had the double DRS there from both cars in front, and he does get 2nd place. Fabian now leads from Tice in 2nd, as they were in the Season 4 race when Fabian won with Tice in 2nd place. Elizac is now in 3rd, and this is a really close lead fight between these guys. And there's another fight brewing here for 12th place. Kaiser is close to the Big Train Man, and so is Yeetboy to the back of him. As they head through here into the first corner, Kaiser versus Yeetboy John for 13th place. Down the inside goes Yeetboy. The driver 2nd in this championship. He secured 2nd place in the standings after the last race in Jeddah. And side by side here it is between the Big Train Man and Yeetboy as he goes around the outside. Kaiser almost spins off. They make contact as they head through turn 3. And now the Big Train Man heading down off the corner. He's not going to be able to make a move, I don't think. But as we look back at the lead fight, here comes Tice now and Fabian, who has not got the DRS. He goes down into the first corner. Tice goes down inside. Here comes Eliza making it 3 wide. He doesn't make the move. He backs out of it, and there's side by side between Fabian and Tice heading through the corner. Tice did get the DRS, but not the best setup off the corner. But he's still going to have a great chance to get past Fabian here as he's burning the battery heading down the straight. Here comes Eliza down the inside of Tice. This is a great battle for the lead between 3 cars, one of the best lead fights we've seen all season. And meanwhile, Falaxis is battling. There's a little bit of front wing debris that came off there. That goes down inside, goes Falaxis on a low mass for 4th place. He does get it. It's Red Bull 3rd and 4th. That's their best result of the season, it would be for the team as a whole. But Tice is really very much in the chance to win this race. So is Fabian and Elizac. It's a really close lead fight here. Brazil always produces great lead fights because of the nature of the circuit being so short, just like Austria. Oh, who did? A low mouse. Oh, and Crazy Gruffman takes 4th. Oh, and Falaxis spins around. I think he made contact, and there goes Dervas into 6th place. Falaxis now losing loads of positions because apparently he got pushed off. And he was giving the place back, but a low mouse now almost spins around. It's now Crazy Gruffman's in 4th, a career best 4th place. Here comes Elizac on Fabian. Here comes Tice on Elizac. Into turn 1, a 3-car train for the race lead continues now. Alexis race getting ruined there by a low mouse, unfortunately, in their battle for 4th, a very aggressive fight. As you got, I'm not sure, was there a legal overtake or something involved in that battle there? I'm not sure. But there goes Eliza down the inside of Fabian into turn 1. That gives Tice a chance to go down inside of both of them. Can he do it? Yes, he does. What a double overtake from Tice. And he gets the lead with the momentum swinging in his favour off the corner. I did not expect 2 cars in one corner there from Tice. That was a great move there from him. Will Fabian make a dive bomb? No, he doesn't. A low master right behind Crazy Gruffman. These 4 cars are pretty close here between 4th and 7th place. And Dan is slowly closing in on Day the Goat, and Ethan has joined the Discord chat. As Tice now battling for the race lead with Elizac, as he's now leading the race from Elizac in 2nd and Fabian in 3rd. For real, that beefing is crazy. Here comes Elizac down the straight without using any battery. The top 3 are all on different battery modes here. Fabian down the inside. Is he going to go for a double, or is he just going to go past Elizac? He's side by side with Tice into turn 1. Really using the inside curve there as a crutch as he comes off the corner. He has a really good exit. He's going to have a great chance to get past Tice heading into turn 4. And Elizac's tyres are probably going to be a little bit worn here on the softs compared to the medium runners. Will he go for a soft medium strategy? I'm not sure what he's going to be trying out here today. But as you can see there off the corner, Fabian now ahead and Tice in 2nd. Every time they come through turn 4, a big cloud of debris comes off the cars. Meanwhile, we have a 3-car fight now brewing for 4th place, as Falaxis has really lost touch with this group in front of him. A low mouse right behind Crazy Gruffman. in this battle for 4th place. Fraser Gruffman got a career best 5th last time out. Meanwhile, Dana's got past Day the Goat for 9th position, and Neat Boy John is now right behind Bada Bing Bada for 11th place. Unfortunately, not in the points this time as Bada Bing Bada, but a long way to go in the race, likely for a safety car with how many battles there are on track at the moment. Day the Goat staying within DRS range of Dan for now, but it looks like he's going to pull away. Meanwhile, almost hitting the back of Alomas is Dervas in the battle for 5th place. But meanwhile, Tyson's a great run here once again on Fabio down the main straight. It's a constant lead fight every single lap through turn 1 to turn 4 for 10 laps straight. Make that lap 11 now as they head into turn 1. Not even halfway, not even a third of the way through the race. Contact between Tyson and Fabian through the first corner. Tyson gets a good exit. Eliza is right behind them too, though. It's a very close 3-way lead fight. All very slow. Meanwhile, Alomas gets past Crazy Gruffman to turn 1. And Crazy Gruffman almost hits the back of him. Meanwhile, Tyson side by side Fabian into turn 4. Onto the grass. They make contact off the corner. Tyson gets pushed wide. Eliza has to stay in line, but Tyson is still right behind Fabian. Meanwhile, the battle for 4th continues. Is Crazy Gruffman going to send a move on a low mouse? No, he doesn't. Dervas is now right behind these guys, and Felix continues to lose time with the cars in front. What has happened to his pace? He's got no damage visibly on the car, but he's really struggling here at the moment. Is Felix? Side by side, it goes Dervas. Huge contact. He saves it. That was so close to a crash there in the middle sector, and that's going to give Felix a chance to get in his DRS with a very poor move there from Dervas, trying to go down the inside of Crazy Gruffman at a corner where you just simply can't try and make a move. Tice is right behind Fabian, who's saving the battery as best he can. The top 3 all on 100% battery, so this is a very close battle for the lead between these 3 guys in the final race of the season and the final race on F1 2010. I mean F1 24. What the fuck am I on about? Season 10. I thought season 10. I said F1 2010. Anyway, F1 24. Final race on this off season 10 as well. Down inside goes Lazik in turn 1 on the inside of Fabian. Will he go for a move? Fabian on the inside. Does he get DRS? I don't think either. Oh no! Lazik gets hit and spins around. We'll have to investigate that. I had a really good angle of that incident, so we'll have to investigate that. But here comes Tice on the Fabian now. Down the inside he goes. Felix gets past Dervas as he becomes the first driver to pit for a mandatory pit stop. What tyre is he going to go onto? Let's have a look. Crazy Gruffman, meanwhile, battling with a low mouse. He pits for the medium tyre. It's going to be a tough order to go to the end of the race on the mediums. A low mouse on soft's really struggling here, and Crazy Gruffman is making the most of his medium tyres to stay in touching distance with of him. Eliza, there's 3.7 seconds off the lead now on the soft tyre because of that incident with Fabian in the first corner. We'll investigate that after the race. But for now, it's Tice leading the way from Fabian in second. And Dan now ahead of side by side with Dervas, who just came out the pit lane. And Dervas gets ahead of Dan now on the track, which is pivotal for his race because he's going to gain loads of time now on the cars in front of Alexis and Crazy Gruffman. Crazy Gruffman though in DRS range, and here comes Fabian now on tyres around the outside as they're coming across the lap car of the big train man on his debut. Around the outside goes Fabian. They're still side by side. We're on board with Tice now into turn 1. And no, he does not go back past, and it is Fabian who's taking the lead of the race once again. Eliza pits! He kind of had to on the softs though. He was losing touch with the leaders without the DRS. Here comes Lomas now under huge pressure from Crazy Gruffman. I don't think he's going to go for a move into turn 1. Oh, he goes for it anyway! That was a very opportunistic dive bomb there from him, and he's going to get DRS, I think, on a Lomas, but he runs wide on the curb and he's going to lose loads of time off the corner now on a Lomas. He's gone really wide himself. And out of the pit lane, here comes Eliza now, the reigning champion, of course, in Season 10. The newly crowned champion as of Jeddah. Comes onto the track, he's going to gain loads of time on the cars in front, but he will have older tyres than the cars in the lead fight. So that could make a difference at the end of the race. He's on the medium tyre, of course starting on the soft. Not sure what Tice and Fabian are going to do in this race. They could try hard tyres, they could try softs. It's really up to the drivers here as Tice is looking for a move maybe in the final corner, thinks better of it because he wants that DRS heading into the next straight. Meanwhile, Graham Crackers is on hard tyres, and New Boy actually started on the hard, so the tyres should be coming back to him now at this point in the stint. As Tice makes an easy DRS pass there on Fabian. Heading down the main straight. And Kaiser looking to prepare the front wing on his Mercedes. They don't. That's a shame for him as he's on hard tyres now. He has to set it to manual, yes. And meanwhile, Crazy Gruffman battling for 3rd place on the track here. Can Free go for a move on the inside of a low mouse? No, he doesn't. Flaxus now pits, looking to cover off Dervas, who's definitely going to get ahead of him here as he comes down the main straight. Flaxus doing 13 laps on this soft tyres. That's a good stint for him. Alomas doing the same. He's going to extend that stint even more. Dervas, that's the fastest lap of the race with a 1 minute 10.5. Great pace there on the medium tyre. Elizik actually didn't manage to beat that lap, which is interesting. So Dervas is actually the fastest car on the track. A controller player being the fastest car on track is not something we've seen for a while in this league. Meanwhile, Alomas and Crazy Gruffman are side by side in the middle sector. You see that every day. And right outside goes Crazy Gruffman back into 3rd place on the track, which is a net P4 in the race. Alexis comes back out, just had a day to go on the track. As meanwhile, Lomas is struggling to stay on the same racing line as Crazy Gruffman, as there seems to be a big disparity in pace between these two cars. But they've still been battling for a while now. Meanwhile, Dan is on DRS range of Badder and Badder now for 11th place. Meanwhile, he's probably got it from a car he just pitted. Here comes... Oh, sorry, I don't know actually. Here he comes down inside. What was that? As Dan hits the back of Badder and Badder, that was a slam dunk incident. That's Dan's fault. I think he deserves a penalty for that, to be honest with you. As meanwhile, as that's the fastest lap with a 1 minute 9.8. Crazy Gruffman now in 3rd place. Really fast lap there from Alez. Meanwhile, Ty's battling ahead of Fabian. Hello Mouse now right behind Crazy Gruffman in the battle for 3rd. Down the inside he goes. Look how much time Alezic's gaining here on the cars in front. Down the inside he goes, and Crazy Gruffman I think hit the back of him there through the corners. He's trying to make a move back past them, and now Alezic is in their DRS range, but he's going to get massively held up by these two cars if he's not careful. There the goat pits from 8th place, and that puts Z-Boy John into a nice 8th place. He's actually gained a little bit of time on Felixis in front, I think. He's on fresh medium tyres, looking to close in on the cars ahead. He's 11 seconds behind Dervas in 6th place. Meanwhile, Alezic gets around the outside of Crazy Gruffman. Is he going to go for a move here on Alone Mouse? Down the inside, he does go for it, and he does make the mistake, but he might not manage to pull away from the DRS range of Alone Mouse, which could be helpful for his race. Meanwhile, Ty's pits. And now Ty's, what's he going to do? I think he got a late pit stop turn in there. He's on the hard tyres. Oh, Kaiser's crashed out in the pit entry, and the safety car's been deployed. Big Straight Man has apparently crashed Kaiser into the pit wall. And we're going to have to get a clip of that, because that must have been a big accident. And that's caused a safety car. And Tice now gets ahead of Elizic on fresh hard tyres. Perfect. Of course, yeah, but with the safety car, he's now got, he's definitely got ahead of you. He wouldn't have got ahead of you without the safety car, I don't think. And Fabian now is going to get a free pit stop for the leader of the race. This is exactly what he needed in his race. With the Delta, it's going to be interesting. Alomas in 4th has pitted for mediums. He's really going to struggle to get to the end on medium tyres. Hards for Crazy Gruffman. He has a much better tyre strategy right now. Falaxis on the medium tyre himself. Here comes Durbas in 7th place. Grumcrackers in 8th. Kaiser's out of the race, of course, being crashed in the pit entry by the big train man on his debut. That could be a race ban for him. But of course he's a commentator, so honestly it's fine. Under safety car. The big train man is a menace today, as he seems to have caused multiple incidents. Tice being messed over by the Delta, and Eliza pits again. He's going to pit for hards, I think. Or maybe for a fresher set of mediums. We'll see what he does. Alomas now, will he get ahead of him? Probably not without the Delta. Crazy Gruffman in 5th place. Flaxis now 6th place on medium tyres. Used mediums of 2 old tyres. Eliza pitting now, comes out of the pit lane. Can Alomas get ahead of him here? This is really interesting to see. Here comes Alomas, here comes Elizic. If Alomas really pushes here, he could actually get ahead of Elizic. I think he will. And he does. Eliza comes out in 4th place, which is not going to help his chances to win here, as the leaders may have a chance to pull away. Crazy Gruffman in 5th now, as the field's slowly catching up. Alexis closing in 2. Here comes Dervas now. He's going to have a great chance. He's one of the fastest drivers on the track. Definitely in the top 4 best cars on the track at the moment. He needs to get ahead of the cars ahead of him, of Alexis and Crazy Gruffman. And he's now got a reset with the safety car, which was expected here with the racing we've seen today. We saw a big incident with Dan. I think he deserved the penalty for that. We've seen incidents with Eliza and Fabian, which are yet to be investigated. Dan gave it back, so apparently that makes it okay. But there you go. I'm joking. Anyway, Dan now in 12th place. The big train man is half a minute away from the rest of the field. Is he a lap down? The big train man is right behind Tice, and I think that's going to make him scared. Isaac in 4th place, not having his best race in the world here after his championship winning race in Jeddah. He's in 4th at the moment, but he has shown pace to win the race, so it's going to be really close here between these guys. I think Fabian is the favourite to win at the moment. Of course, he has track position, but he also has the freshest tyres of the leading cars, besides Isaac, and he's shown great pace in that Williams. So as long as he doesn't get any penalties for track limits, as I've seen him go off quite a few times now, he should be fine. And he should manage to get in touch to win the race. So, the top 10 as it stands, Fabian leads from Tyson 2nd, Lomas in 3rd, Isaac in 4th place, 5th for Crazy Gruffman, and Alexis in 6th, Dervas in 7th place. We have Graham Crackers in 8th, 9th is Eat Boy after starting last. We have Day the Goat in 10th, we have Baron Badder in 11th, we have Dan in 12th, we have 13th for the Big Trainer, and out of the race is Kaiser. Meanwhile, Fabian spun out of the lead! Fabian has spun out of the lead of the race, and that's cost him dearly now as Tice takes the lead, under the safety car. Crazy Gruffman is now gone behind to Alexis and he lets him pass. Fabian spun out under the safety car and Tyson is taking the lead as the safety car is in this lap. Meanwhile, we have a lapped car in the midst of the pack, which is going to cause chaos. This is currently 3rd on track, which could be a big problem for a lot of these drivers. Something to keep an eye on. Let's see if we have any incidents on the safety car restart. We continue now. There's a big stack up in the back of the field here, but it is Tyson with a great restart now. Fabian in 2nd. Here comes a Lomas and Dan losing momentum as he tries to overtake before the line, Badder and Badder. Down the inside goes a Lomas on the lap car of the big train man. He's now got Eliza just behind him. Meanwhile, we have cars behind us. Anyone side by side? Doesn't look like it. Graham Crackers is right on the back of Dervas. He's right behind Falaxis. But it is Tyson leads from Fabian 2nd and already losing touch on the medium tyre is Lomas in 3rd. He's got Eliza for company now in 4th. Gracie Graham just behind us. Dervas goes past Falaxis into 6th place. You're hoping you do that. And on the inside of the big train man, there is a huge train of cars here behind Crazy Gruffman and behind the Sauber. You have a battle behind here. On the grass is down the inside goes Badder and Badder into the corner. And there they go, just ahead of this fight, and contact. Down the inside goes Badder and Badder into the hairpin. In middle sector, meanwhile, just for ahead, there's some battles as well. It's a crazy restart. Falaxis almost spun off the corner there. That's Dervas trying to get past Crazy Gruffman. Down the inside goes Z-Boy and Graham Crackers. He's going to get past into 8th place. Great stuff from him. He started 13th. He didn't start last. I should be corrected. It was Day the Goat who started last after his 5th place grid penalty in qualifying. But Dan now ahead of Day the Goat, who I was just mentioning, going towards the final sector. That's the final corner, I should say. Dervas now is right behind Crazy Gruffman with a great chance to get past. He does. Down the straight, he goes into 5th place. As we look in the battle for the lead now, DRS is enabled. It is Tice ahead. Alomas, though, with great pace on the medium tyres, but he should be careful not to use the tyres up too much. Alomas is actually showing great pace here in Brazil. He's not had the best pace in comparison to his teammate last few races, but it looks pretty even here today between you boy and Alomas. It's good to see the V-cars being very even on track. Dervas, though, just ahead as Falaxis is now going past. There's a huge battle here for 6th place. There he goes on the inside line. And he goes for it. He does make the move. And he goes wide, though, and it's 3 wide off the corner. Smart to back out there from you boy as widen off the track. Goes for Alexis. And Lomas making contact there with Isaac. Isaac apparently getting turned into by Lomas. I'll have to see that. But there was a very big battle in the midfield which is still continuing. Here comes Falaxis and Yeet-Boy side by side. Falaxis runs wide. Here comes Graham Crackers now down the inside. Contact on the exit of the corner. It's side by side in the middle sector. He's on the grass and he just manages to stay behind, but Falaxis preserves his 8th place. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead between Tice and Fabian now. Tice is all over the back of him now as Isaac running back up to the rear of Lomas heading off the final corner. There goes Tice down the inside of Fabian. Here comes Lomas through the middle, threads the needle and takes the lead of the race in Brazil. Lomas, the former championship leader, as DJ Labau has joined the track. Welcome. And there, battling with the race leaders is Lomas. He takes the lead of the race now for V-Carb. Here comes Tice and Fabian trying to get past. Hello, Ethan. Will they go for the move on the inside? He goes for 3 wide. He backs off, and Fabian goes down the inside and takes the lead. Tice gets 2nd. Lomas back down to 3rd already. And now Isaac is in this fight, and Dervas is chasing down the race leaders trying to get in this as well. Meanwhile, Crazy Gruffman right behind Yeet-Boy John for 6th place. He's having a wonderful race as Yeet-Boy John has gone up a superb amount of places. He's gone up 7 places, the most of anyone on the track, as we see a battle behind there between Alexis and Graham Crackers, I believe. And Crazy Gruffman's right behind this battle too. Alexis back up into 7th. Oh, contact as Eliza hit the back of a low mouse heading through the middle sector, just a slight tap. Trying to get past. And now Eliza complaining for no reason, to be honest, because I think he's just braking earlier. But still, Eliza though going for a move on the inside of a low mouse now for 3rd place. And behind there still going as Tyce goes to move on the inside of Fabian into turn 1. He does go for it. Fabian's holding a strong contact. Huge contact between Eliza and a low mouse. And Eliza spinning again. What a strange incident that was between them. And now Eliza and a low mouse are side by side once again. A low mouse has definitely annoyed Eliza with that incident. And he does, he hits him and he crashes him hard into the wall. And he's out. And Eliza with an intentional crash is now disqualified from the race. Tyce, yeah, he did. On the straight. Tyce brake checking Fabian is giving him front wing damage. Eliza is probably going to get disqualified from this race for that. Because he caused the crash on purpose. Although Mouse is out, so he's probably disqualified too. So a double disqualification is plausible here. What a crazy scene of events that Eliza took out a low mouse in a massive crash down the straight. An intentional crash we haven't seen for a while. I saw that in turn 1. Both cars spun way off the track in the first corner. I think a low mouse is to blame for an incident himself. Oh, yeah, low mouse having an incident with Alexis and there was no retaliation. Fabian now with a commanding lead over Dervas in 2nd, but he's going to have a chance to win the race now. Alexis is now 3rd. What on earth is this race? We can see Fabian leading, Dervas 2nd, Alexis up to 3rd, Badering Badger up to 4th, Day the Goat is 5th, U-Boy John is 6th, and now Tyce is 7th. Has he got damage still? No, he doesn't. What tyre is he on? He's on medium. And now Tyce's race has been truly ruined by that. He's now behind U-Boy John on fresh mediums. Red Trainman, he is definitely that. Devas for driver of the day, says Ethan in the chat. I think that's plausible. He's also the rookie of the year based on the votes we did earlier in the season. We'll do that vote again after the season ends. Obviously, in terms of positions and performance, Isaac is, but Devas has been a very consistent reserve driver for Mercedes. He's now a full-time driver for the team next season alongside Ty, so that's a great team. I think Mercedes have the 2nd best lineup on the grid for next season. So it's Fabian for Dervas, Alexis, Badering Better, Day the Goat, U-Boy John, Tyce, Groundcrackers, Dan, Isaac, Crazy Gruffman, and the Big Train Man after a crazy sequence of events. And we could see a disqualification for Isaac after that intentional crash. I think I should see that for sure, because I think that was pretty hard to dispute down that straight. I think Elon Musk could do with a disqualification himself though. Oh, collision. Oh, huge damage. The Big Train Man gets a penalty for crashing into Graham Crackers. That was a big accident under the safety car between a few cars there, and I think the Big Train Man came off worse than that. Data Goat is pitted too with damage on both front wing end plates. Aston Martin with a nightmare race here, 9th and 11th place. And Dan now has damage in that crash that there was under the safety car. What a chaotic race here in Brazil. Yeah, I saw that. It was his fault as much as, but yes, the retaliation is not necessary. I mean, both of you are in the wrong in that situation. Go on. Graham Crackers has damage, and now Dan has more damage. So Tyce being apparently brake checked by Fabian. As soon as the yellow flags came out, Fabian braked on the exit of a corner and gave Tyce front wing damage. That's why he's down in 6th place now. And he's also Now right behind you, John. Will the safety car come in this lap? Usually they leave it quite late to suggest when it's going to come out. The big train man is way behind the rest of the field here. A lap down. As Ethan has looked back at the turn 1 buffoonery, is what he said, and there was definitely a big incident. The safety car is not coming in this lap. That means one more lap of chaos under the safety car. We all love to see it. And Bada Bing Bada is now in 4th. And Fabian pits from the lead! What is he doing? That gives Dervas the race lead, and for like a second, Bada Bing Bada's back on the podium just like in Jeddah. And Dan, once again, being a victim to the stupid crashing under the safety car that we continue to see. We've seen it since Austria, and it keeps happening. Every time there's a safety car, it feels like there's incidents. That's true. Vegas, in the second race when there were safety cars, the first safety car of the season, we saw complete mayhem under the safety car, taking Sander out of the race in that crash with Blitz Max back, and he was racing for Williams. As Dan now heads out the pit lane and almost spins around as he comes back onto the power. 5 pit stops this race for Dan. That is crazy. Let's have a look how many stops everyone's done. Yeah. Eliasek, 3 stops. Zuboy on 3 stops himself. Alexis somehow has only done 1 pit stop. And now we have a big rivalry brewing between Alomars and Eliasek now because of that incident in turn 1 and out of the exit of turn 4. Could this be the last safety car of season 10? And honestly, at this rate, I don't think it will be, because there's definitely going to be another safety car. These guys are racing like crazy today. Now, with this restart, Fabian in 10th now. What? Is it broadcast? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. It's going to be 10 laps to go on the restart. Dervas looking for his 2nd career win here in the Mercedes, leading the way from Falaxis in 2nd, who can get his 1st career victory. Oh, big accident under the safety car. Bada Bing Bada's lost his entire front wing under that safety car with an accident. There's more carnage in the back. Complete chaos. Complete shambles here. And cars all over the place in the final. Look at that shit on the straight. Crazy. And there's a car. He didn't pit. Why didn't he pit for any front wing? What is going on here today? Dervasin with a great chance to win the race with just 10 laps remaining in the race. Your boy John could win the race. He could get his 3rd win of the season to equal Fabian's wins. So it looks like Eliza could get a race ban for the intentional incident, and Lomas could too. So this could be some crazy scenes heading into season 11. Down the inside goes Tice into 3rd on Your Boy John. What a move from Tice. Oh, and he contact with his teammate. Felix tried to let past his teammate and hits his teammate. And Tice now has front wing damage. Here comes Graham Crackers now battling with Eliasek and Your Boy. So I know Eliasek's way behind this battle now because he was held up on the restart. Ignoring blue flag's penalty here for the big train man. And he spins around. And Data goes out of the race. He's crashed with the big train man, I think. He has. He's completely crashed. Oh, and another contact there as going past his Bada Bing Bada. Complete chaos here in Brazil. Your boy John is side by side with Alexis now. Here comes Tice for the race lead on Dervas. Looking for his 2nd win of the season. His 1st win since race 1 in Australia. Can Tice win the 1st and last race of the season? I reckon he can. Looks to be the favourite to do so, as long as he makes no mistakes. And now a huge battle now for 3rd between Falaxis, Your Boy and Graham Crackers. Here comes Eliasek now in this fight. He's on fresh medium tyres. Here comes Your Boy John. Contact. Huge accident. Massive crash. What a crash there. And Falaxis is out. Your Boy John out and hits again. And Dan crashes now. Absolute chaos. Huge crash. Your Boy John has had a stupid accident and he gets hit again by Dan. And Your Boy John absolutely deserves a race ban after that accident. That was Your Boy John's fault entirely on that crash. 2 V-Carbs could be banned after this race. A stupid accident from the V-Carbs. Somehow that wasn't a safety car. I think it's because it's too soon after the last one and they're just not going to throw it out. Eliasek now chasing down Graham Crackers. And Your Boy John probably going to get a race ban for that because he just turned straight across for Alexis and Dan in the same straight. And that means Bada Bing Bada is up to 9th place on the soft tyres. And Your Boy John is probably going to be disqualified for that. We could see 3 disqualifications from the same race. That's crazy. We've never seen that in NPL, I don't think. I can't figure the last time that's happened. And Tice now in second. And Dan has crashed in the pit entry. And Dan is out. No safety car. And Elias down the inside of Graham Crackers, who could still get a podium. And Fabian now in 5th place with the purple first sector. Down the inside goes Fabian on Graham Crackers for 4th. This could be for 3-3 in the race here, with the most definite penalty coming Elias's way. So the podium for now is Dervas from Tice and Fabian, with Graham Crackers in 4th, Gracie Griffin in 5th, Evo John is going to get disqualified, I think. Badin Bader would then be in 6th, and somehow 7th would be the big train man on his debut, after a stupid race, where he himself could get banned, to be honest, because of all the stuff he's done this race. We could see 4 disqualifications this race. This is the dumbest race I think NPL has ever seen. This is absolute shambles here in Brazil, absolute cinema I should say. What an incredible race this has been. Truly remarkable stuff here in Brazil. Here comes Tice for the race win on Dervas. Contact. Tice has damage, and Dervas now right behind him in the battle for the race lead between Mercedes and Red Bull. These two have battled before. Here comes Tice now. This is intense stuff here. They're both so low on battery. Yellow flags are out. And Bada Bada has, I think, had an incident here with E-Boy John. He's pitted again, or has spun around, I think it was. But I think he's going to get disqualified. What a stupid race. Tice has used all of his battery. And Dervas has too. So the top 2 in a bad position here. The top 4 cars have not got an optimal amount of battery here. Top 5 even. Top 6. Only E-Boy has good battery, but I don't think that matters because he's going to get a stupidly high amount of penalties for that massive accident for Phylexis. He probably will get a top 10 because of that incident. So will Dan, because of all the disqualifications and penalties that are going to get given out. Meanwhile, Bada overtaken by Evo John, but that doesn't matter because again, I think he'll get a penalty. Oh no, Dervas spins out of the race lead! That's tragic for the Mercedes driver, and that lets pass Fabian and Eliasek. And now the battle for second continues. Of course, it's only an on-track battle. And Tice most definitely is going to win this race, surely. Unless Fabian can get back in DRS race, because now Fabian has a chance to win the race. What a race. Fabian needs to push on hard if he wants to get a win here today. Here comes Eliasek around the outside of Fabian now heading into turn 4. He turns across him just like an Austria, but no, he doesn't quite do that enough. It's a clean move from Eliasek around the outside. Fabian is now going to be in 3rd place on track, but again, we'll have to investigate all these incidents that there were, which I've got pretty good angles of on the stream for the most part, besides the incident between maybe Kaiser and the big train man in the pit lane, but Kaiser will have a clip of that. I think Kaiser telling me to say that was a murder. Dervas could still get back in DRS range of the cars in front if these cars hold up each other enough. Dervas with a bad exit off the corner though, he's going to need to lock in if he wants to get back in the lead fight. And the top 3 are right next to each other as Tice has the most ERS here. Fabian still has a chance to win, and I think it's going to be between Fabian and Tice here because of that incident with Eliasek. So we're going to see what Fabian can do against Tice. Eliasek takes the race lead on track. He's now a wild card in this race. Graham Cracker's in 5th. He's trying everything he can to get back to Dervas. He's so close. He's just 1.1 seconds off him. He's shown great pace here in the Alpine today for a great performance this season. He could get a 4th place, maybe even 3rd if he gets past Dervas because of the penalty for Eliasek. So here comes Fabian down inside of Tice. This is for the race win. Tice with damage, contact off the corner. Fabian around the outside. He's got the momentum. He has way less battery to use. And it is Tice who's still ahead. And now leading the way from Fabian in 2nd. Down the inside goes Fabian. Into this corner in the middle sector. What a battle this is, just like season 3 when the title decided between myself and Tice, battling all the way around the lap. Here comes Fabian around the outside, still side by side in the middle sector. This is an incredible battle for the lead between Fabian and Tice, with just 4 laps to go as when they cross the line. And they're still side by side. It's half the lap they've been side by side, and Tice finally gets ahead of him. What a race. This is one of the best races I've ever seen, but also one of the most chaotic. This is probably the most chaotic race in the entire season, if I'm being honest, because of all the massive accidents we've had all throughout the race. E-Boy John is now behind Bada Bada, but that doesn't matter because I think Bada Bada is probably going to finish ahead because of the penalty for E-Boy. Here comes Fabian down the inside of Tice, and he gets it. He gets the lead off him again. This could be a 4th career win, the most in a single season for Fabian. This would be his best season in NPL history. This is Elias can get disqualified, Tice. It's fine. But anyway, he literally took out Alomas on purpose. That's 100% a ban. Don't take him out. What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway. Yeah. Alomas, the instance he did were not on purpose, but regardless, you don't take someone out so blatantly in a race. It's the same with what Eboy did to Phylexis. They're both stupid. Alomas will probably get a massive slap on the wrist of some kind, but Isaac and Eboy should get banned from this race. So should the big train man. And anyway, Tice behind Fabian. I still think that was a very stupid crash though. You just literally turn across him in a straight line. Like, that's a lot worse than what Alomas did. A lot worse than what he did. He wasn't going to kill you, he was probably just going to go down the inside. Tice is still behind Fabian. Oh, Graham Crackers is right behind Dervas for third. Here comes Graham Crackers now. This is the battle for the podium. Could Graham Crackers get his first career podium here for Alpine? This will be a really good clip. And Tice and Fabian. Yeah, if he hit you 100 times, so like he gets a ban, you don't. So just think of it like that. You're just ruining your own chances. Anyway, Tice now right behind Fabian for the lead of the race. Graham Crack is looking for third place in the race from Dervas. He's just lost DRS range though, but he's been saving the battery. He's got more batteries to burn than Dervas in front. I think he just got DRS. E-boy, who's a lap down. Here comes Tice. Still battling with Fabian. Fabian could get his fourth win, but Tice could get his second of the season. And Graham Crackers is right behind Dervas now. This is for third place. Where's he going to go? It's the inside or the outside? He goes to the outside of the track on Dervas. Heading into turn 4. Is he going to go around the outside? Contact! They both touch. That was a bit gnarly. That could be a potential penalty for Graham Crackers. I think it will be fine, to be honest. That was really close though. Fabian and Tice. I think that was a racing incident. A racing incident here in the midfield fight between Graham Crackers and Dervas. We'll see what we see after the race. Oh, Tice almost spins out. He's on 2 lap older tyres than Fabian. He needs to get back into DRS range of Fabian. Fabian could use battery and pull away here. They're both even on battery. This is exactly what Fabian needs. Here we go into the final lap of the race here in Brazil. It's Fabian versus Tice battling for the race win. Not on track, but there will be after the race because of the penalty for Isaac. Graham Crackers is battling for third place with Dervas. Dervas now heading back past Graham Crackers for the race. They've both got no battery to use heading into this final lap, but it looks like he will get the DRS. Here comes Tice on Fabian. Can he get past them? They're both burning the battery down this straight. They're going to have none left on the final straight, so if Tice has a good middle sector, he very much has a chance to win here against Fabian. This is an incredible race here. This is a repeat of season 4, where Fabian and Tice battled to the very end of the race, where it was Fabian who came out victorious. Will Fabian win this time? It's side by side into turn 4. Around the outside goes Dervas. He does still manage to stay ahead of Graham Crackers. And it's going to be a fight all the way through the middle sector, I think, between these two. This is the closest fight on the track. Just through the middle sector. Somehow, despite damage on the front wing, Graham Crackers is putting up a great fight against Dervas, who I think also has damage in the Mercedes on the right front end plate. No, he doesn't. So Graham Crackers with damage is battling with Dervas for third place on the track. Meanwhile, can Tice muster up enough energy in the battery to make a move on Fabian on the final straight with the DRS? It's going to be so close. He has a good exit. It's going to be so tight on the line. I think it could just about be enough for Fabian, who's not under investigation. And Fabian wins the Brazilian Grand Prix. It's another win for Fabian. And Tice, did he crash before the line? No, he didn't. He just about didn't. Dervas gets third place from Graham Crackers in fourth, so close to a podium. Crazy Craftman gets 5th place. Badman Badder will come home for 6th, I believe, and Nipo John will get disqualified. So I think the big train man could get disqualified, which means Dan would get 7th. 8th would be Phylexis, 9th would be Day the Goat, and 10th would be Kaiser actually, because of the disqualifications, if that is what happens. Yeah, because of the penalties that there will most definitely be for Isaac, Yeet Boy, the Big Train Man, and Alone Mouse, they'll definitely get disqualified, I think. But we'll see. And Tice unfortunately loses out on the win here today in Brazil. He put up a good fight, but it was Fabio Nicao victorious here. Robbed of a victory, you could say. Second most wins. And finally, Bada Bing Bada comes across the line. And there we go. The race is over. Fabian wins from Tice second, and Dervas gets a podium in the final race. What a race. That was absolutely ridiculous. That was one of the most disappointing and farcical races in NPL history. Yeetboy John does not deserve driver of the day. He does not deserve that driver of the day. I'd give driver of the day personally to either Fabian or Dervas because they drove a great race here today. Graham deserves it too. He almost got a podium with damage. I think actually, you know what? Graham for driver of the day in my opinion. He drove an amazing race here today. And for some reason my game has given the fastest lap to Big Train Man with a 22-second lap time. That doesn't make any sense, but there you go. I'll have to investigate after the race who got fastest lap. I think it was Elijah. Don't quote me on that. But nevertheless, he got disqualified. So, thank you for tuning into the final race of NPL Season 10. We'll see you in 2 weeks for... Well, we'll see you next week for testing, and then the week after for the first race of Season 11 on F125, where I'll be returning, and we'll see the Red Train Man, or the Big Train Man, as he's known in the session. He will become our new commentator, as he was in Jeddah. Let's have a look how that goes. But thank you for joining us here today for the 14th and final race of NPL Season 10. We'll see you very soon. Thank you for watching. Wrong button. There we go. End the stream.